Darryl, the magic of the FA Cup returns to Victoria Road for the first time this season. How have preparations gone?
No, it's been a good week training. I think everyone's in a relaxed mood. We know we've got a really tough game against a good opponent, and we're fully focused now on the game and looking forward to it.
And let's just talk a bit about the FA Cup then for the both of you. What was your best memories of it as a player? Obviously, Darryl, for yourself as a coach and growing up as well.
Go on, Cam, you go first.
Best memory, well, I wasn't really growing up, was when Leicester won it a couple of years ago. The all-elusive trophy for my hometown team. Meant a lot more to my dad than it did to me, but nonetheless it was a good memory. And I would say as a player, funnily enough, it was a game I didn't even play in. It was the fifth round proper for Luton. I was on the bench, I was 18, they beat Norwich away at Carrow Road. That was just insane. The atmosphere, the spectacle to beat a Premier League team as a conference team, so I'd say that, just being a part of it, yeah.
And Darryl, for yourself?
As a memory, probably Eric Cantona scoring against Liverpool in 1994 or 6. Beat Chelsea 94 United. As a player, when I was at Leighton Orient, we beat Fulham, who were a Premier League team at the time, at Craven Cottage in the, I think it was the third round or the fourth round, I can't remember now. Beating 2-1, and then we lost against Charlton in the fourth or fifth round at the last minute when they were a Premier League team. With Leighton Orient, so they've been my two games that stick out for me as a player. As a manager, God, the bad ones really. Probably Macclesfield, we lost, the players didn't play. We've had many different challenges in the FA Cup there. Ebbsfleet, we played Doncaster and we were 2-0 up in the 45th minute, conceded 2 in injury time to go 2-2 and lost in the second half. Many close ones, but not many that I can look back on and go, that was a good day, so hopefully we can have one Saturday.
And Robert, the gaffer's just shared his thoughts on how preparations have gone. As a player, how do you think they've gone?
I think we've approached it like we approach every game. Firstly, respecting the opponents. That's one thing we emphasise, is that everyone deserves our respect in the sense that they deserve the best of us. So we've implemented that into this game, and I think the lads are looking forward to it, especially at home after we've had such a good record at home. And I think we think it's a winnable game, so we're going into it with confidence, and hopefully we can bring the result.
And Darryl, we'll just touch on the home form a little bit, and you did say in your programme notes we've been so good at home this season, only the one loss in 10. How much is that going to play a part on Saturday in front of our home crowd?
I hope so. I think it shows we're good at home. We are strong at home. We're difficult to play against at home. Gillingham will be well aware of that. Obviously, the first time this season we're playing against a side from a division above, so that will bring a different challenge for us. But as Cam says, we respect everybody we play against, and the biggest respect we can play anybody is giving the best of ourselves, and can guarantee on Saturday we'll be giving that. And
return for Will Wright then. It's going to be nice to see him.
Yeah, no, Will's a great kid. I love Will. He was a good player for us here. He's someone that works really hard for us. Good family guy as well. I spoke to his parents last week at Gillingham when I went to the game against Fylde. We welcome him before. We'll say goodbye to him afterwards, but I'm sure for the 90 minutes when the game's on, it'll be like it always is. We're here to win. We're not here to be friendly with anyone when the game starts, and that's what happens Saturday.
And of course, you coached him for a few years, so you'll know his strengths and weaknesses. Of course, you'll be drilling that into the players, and I mean, our forwards will know Will's strengths and weaknesses as well. Do you think that plays a benefit for us, potentially?
No, I think Will's left us, wherever it was, 5-6 months ago. He either learned new tools to add to his armoury. We know he's fantastic at bringing the ball out from the back. We know he's delivering from set pieces as good as anybody, to be fair. He's good in the air, he's a good kid, and he's got many good assets. That's why he's gone to the Football League from us. But he'll know as well that he'll play against some good players Saturday that we've got.
And Robert, last season we came up short against League 2 opposition in Salford. How do we make that different on Saturday?
If I remember the Salford game correctly, I feel like we probably should have won. We conceded early, which is never a good sign in any game. So I think it's about us and the performance that we put in, and if we play similarly to how we have been, we can defeat any opponent on our day. As for Saturday, like I said before, it's just treating every game with respect, and that respect being that we play our best, and I think if enough of us are at our best, we will win.
And we're on a real good run recently, and it's easy for people to get complacent, not just in the team, as management or even staff. As captain, what do you say to the team before the game, to pump people up?
Generally speaking, everyone has their own methods of how they like to do things. Some people like a bit of quiet. Some people like getting a bit raucous and geeing everyone up. I think the thing that I just try to say to everyone is that play our game. Don't get drawn into anything that's not to do with us. The way other teams play, like the gaffer's very, very honest and very, I'm not saying strict, but he does tell us play our game. Like that's his instruction. So the lads know what we're doing, and I think one of the main reasons why we've had such good performances back to back is that the familiarity between the players has grown, and hopefully it's the same on Saturday.
And Darryl, I don't know if you want to give too much away, but have you got any team news at all? Anyone carrying any knocks and everything?
No, there's no extra team news from what you already know. We'll have what we've had for the last 2 weeks. There's no surprises.
And I just want to touch on Jay Bird a little bit. He got himself another goal and more minutes on Tuesday night in the Essex County Cup. Of course, before Paul McCallum got injured, we started to play a bit of a 4-3-3 with Josh and Junior out wide. Do you think that's something we could explore with Jay's qualities?
Yeah, the team's very, very the ability to change different formations. I think we got personnel that can play in different positions. We can be very fluid within that. With the 11 we'll pick Saturday, we pick most Saturdays that can go from a 3-5-2 to a 4-3-3 or 4-4-2 easily. We've got adaptable players. I like us being, if I can, as much as I can, playing the way we like to play. Because I believe that we're the best at that. And us playing a 3-5-2, there's no secret in that. That's the formation that I think we played the best at since I've been here. It gets all our best attacking players on the pitch, and I think we're strong in that as well. So we'll attack every game we can if we can like that, but we know that we'll adjust. And we've got players that can do that. And
Neil Harris' side, are we looking at this one with, a chance to turn their focus away from the league? What do you expect from them, and what have you seen from them?
They're a good team. It's not that they've been unlucky in this. I've seen the amount of chances they've created that they haven't taken, and Neil's a good manager. I've read some of his stuff this week that he said that he's a fighter. He's been good clubs with Cardiff and Millwall. He's had good jobs. He's very experienced. He's a good guy. He's a nice fellow. And they've got lots of good players and experience throughout their group. And I think for us is that our challenge is going to be probably being the underdog against the team in the league above. But the positive must that we're at home, and their challenge is going to be dealing with the pressure of playing the team in the league below and probably should win. So we have to make sure that we make it hard for them, that we make it an atmosphere in the ground with our performance from the force whistles, and make sure the crowd are right behind us with a upbeat, aggressive, from foot performance to try and put on the back foot. But we know that Neil's got experience, and he's got to do for his team. We've got to do for our team.
And you mentioned us being an underdog in this game. Do you think that adds a little bit less pressure on us, or is that something you're going to tell the boys?
We've got our own pressure, so it doesn't matter who you play. I say this here every week. Every team's beatable in our divisions, probably League Two and the National League in the South, probably as well. The teams we play against generally, anybody can beat anybody. Everybody's got 3 or 4 or 5 really, really game-changing players, and if you're not on it and giving it all you can give, then games are hard. And we've shown that this season when we've gone away from home in games that people would probably expect us to lose, and we've turned teams over because we've got good players. And likewise for us at home at different stages this season, I know we've had our problems in terms of injuries and playing people half fit, etc., but we've been turned over. I think now we're getting some consistency in the team we can pick. Like Cam says, some familiarity with the players that we're playing. They're building relationships, and we hope now that we've got a team that's aggressive, that knows what it's about, that plays football in the right way, is together. I think you've seen that probably more in the last 6-7 weeks than I've had in the nearly 3 years I've been here. That I've seen a group that's blocking shots, that's together, that's good on the ball, wants the ball, works hard. And we've got to bring on that Saturday. And
then finally, Darryl, I'll come to you first, and then Robert will go to you. As a coach, what do you want to see from your team on Saturday?
A win. I think it's simply for me, I want to see a win. I know it's very easy to say that. I'll probably take it back and say performance, because I always believe that if you perform the best you can perform, then it gives you the best chance of getting a result. And we can only really control the performance when we get here Saturday. I want my team to leave everything on the pitch. Simple as that. I think they know that I've got their back, and I know that they know I believe in them. And I'll probably add on to earlier something Cam said about Salford about us last season, that probably one thing we possibly lacked in the game was a real belief that we could win. That was probably the thing that we lacked in that group. We played really well, but didn't go that extra edge, that extra 5%, that belief that you can do it. And I want to see that Saturday.
And Robert, from yourself?
What do I want to see on Saturday?
What do you want to see from your teammates, and what do you want to see from yourself as well?
Us. And I think sounds very simple to say, but I think the fans, I think we as players, the gaffer knows what I mean when I say that, and us is commitment, playing good football, and playing to win. And like you said, with the FA Cup game, it's a one-off game, so that's all you really can do. There's no, the consequences, you're out or you're into the hat, and everyone romanticises about a big team in the third round, and I'm not going to lie and say that we haven't fought like that as players, maybe not so much as staff, but yeah, I want to see us and I want to see us win.